Hello, Book here. Today, it is a new day, believe it or not. We are doing Steins Gate Part 4, I believe. Now, I don't know if it's the organization after me or whatever, but today there was a power out for about an hour today, so that was kind of interesting. Super excited, had a day to let it marinate. Well, technically, not even 24 hours, but we're still gonna go with a day. Played it Monday night, it's Tuesday night, so played till 12 a.m., but that doesn't matter. Where we last left off, to catch everyone up to speed, we got an exorcism, and then we went to the Braun Tube shop, which is right below our shop, or our laboratory, if you will. And just as we were talking to the manager, Mr. Braun himself, and a mysterious girl came in. So we're gonna jump right back into that and continue from there. So if you like videos like these and want to see more, it really helps if you like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what other visual novels and what other things I should be doing. Also, again, weird to mention this in a part 4, I know, but I'm also going to be starting to do manga and anime reviews as well. I don't know exactly how that's going to work, but I am going to try, so stay tuned for that. Any suggestions? Also, again, surprisingly that I didn't plug it before in the last 3 parts, but you'll see it in the description. I do have a Discord, so I'll probably make a light novel or a visual novel section or something if you guys want to discuss it and everything like that. Sorry, I also have a slightly stuffy nose. Allergies are crazy today. So without further ado, let's jump into it. As you guys can see, 3 hours and 33 minutes, still on chapter 1. And there's the mysterious girl. So yeah, 9/16/2025. It is still 9/16. Still enjoying it so far. What's up? Really came in at an interesting moment, or paused on an interesting moment. Suddenly time stops. The world, it feels like someone activated the world. Is that a JoJo's reference? Also, still no allegiance to any waifu or anything like that. I'll be curious to know, I guess, what I would assume it's the main girl is the waifu of choice. Or maybe Luca, just for funny. But yeah, still no allegiance, still no favorite character yet. Mad Scientist Rintaro is pretty funny. Daru is kind of meh. I thought he'd be a cool wingman, but he's kind of a disappointment. But yeah, let me know who's your favorite character so far, I guess. And who do you guys think will be my favorite character? The girl is still standing there with her arm in the air. Her smile gradually fades into confusion. What kind of reaction was she hoping for? Seriously. Anyway, is she the person Mr. Braun was expecting? Maybe she's someone he knows personally. Another daughter? Or dare I say his girlfriend? Probably not. She finally drops her pose and clears her throat. Also, hopefully I fixed volume and everything. In the first couple parts, it might be a little rough. I discovered if you right click, you do get volume. Also, if it seems like, I guess if this isn't your typical Let's Play, maybe it's because I have a streamer mindset where I'm just talking to myself in a room. I don't know. But regardless, I'm having fun and I hope you guys as well. So her name's Amane. And just like that, time starts moving again. He's so polite to her. I mean, Mr. Braun is cool, but I mean, she'd be cooler in the shop. Ooh. True, true. More time with his daughter, maybe? Maybe she just really loves TVs as well. The girl looks a little embarrassed. That's honestly surprising. Okay. Looks like they're going to have a formal interview. I was going to leave, but since Mr. Braun hasn't kicked me out, I'll stick around a bit longer. It would be interesting. The girl's expression is stiff. I guess she's nervous. Just because of a part-time job interview? In contrast to how she said she wouldn't take no for an answer, she doesn't seem so enthusiastic.
で、名前は何だって？
天音鈴葉です。
Amane Suzaha.
年は？
17.
18。
Same as me.
学生？
I was close.
ううん。
Oh, dropout. She shakes her head.
なんでうちで働きたいんだ？
Money.
ブラウン管が好きだから。
Is this Mr. Braun too? It has to be a relation.
採用。明日から来い。
I just really love TVs, man.
それでいいのか？というかこれはコントか？もしかして仕込みか？
That's pretty funny.
ありがとう、店長さん。
Finally, Amane seems to relax. Then she looks at me.
ところでさ、君は誰？
I'm a customer.
俺のな。聞きたいというのか？いや、やめておけ。それを知ることで、お前にも最悪が降りかかるかもしれん。これまでも多くの人が俺の名を知ったことで機関に狙われた。アメリカのサラ、イタリアのクラウディア、フランスのシモーヌ。これ以上誰かを危険な目に遭わせるわけには。
Hey, my girlfriend from Canada, you know.
おい、アホな妄想してんじゃねえよ。
He just doesn't understand my pain.
このバカ男は2階に曲がりしてる岡部倫太郎ってんだ。
He just name dropped me like that? Come on, man.
岡部ではない。俺は。
Korean.
うるせえ。家賃さらに1000円上乗せするぞ。
Typical landlord, typical organization, always getting on me.
岡部倫太郎だ。
The girl stands up, places her hand on my shoulder, and looks at me with a serious expression.
君を狙ってるその期間ってのが何なのかわかんないけど、もし困ってんなら私に相談して。岡部倫太郎、そういうの慣れてるからさ。
What is she, like a mob girl or something?
は？
What is she gonna do? What, fix my TV? Maybe. Stuff like what?
場合によっては手段を選ばず痛めつけてやることも可能だし。
I mean, in the previous episode, it was established, at least for the first 5 seconds of meeting her, she was fit, but I don't think she's that fit.
Mr. Brown、彼女は採用しない方がいいと思う。
Kinda cray cray.
ああ、物騒だな。騒ぎ起こしたらクビにするからな。
Ooh.
そもそもその期間なんたらは岡部の創作だから本気にすんな。
Now, do you think that this apron all employees have to wear, or is that just what he wears?
創作？
せいぜいそう思ってるがいいさ。
But someday the world will kneel before me. Muahaha. And then Amane stares straight at me again. Maybe she has a habit of looking people in the eyes. She's like, I know what you did last summer.
そういうのが流行ってんだ。勉強になったよ。
So that's the current trend. What is she, an alien or an old lady? Trend? I don't think so. It's kind of funny. I guess I could have done that little interaction last night, but oh well. Good cliffhanger and all that. Oh, now we're at 7:29 and we got mail. From Luca. Are you really okay with yesterday's exorcism? I feel like a more traditional ceremony would have been better. I'm worried something might happen to you because my exorcism wasn't strong enough. It bothers me so much. I can't sleep at night. P.S. Because of that, I couldn't do more than 3 practice swings with Samidare. Ugh. Let's see what we have to say. It wasn't bad, just a little clumsy. You're a servant of the gods. You need to project dignity and confidence. Work on it. What would a traditional ceremony entail? I need details. Don't tell me it's an ancient forbidden secret. Don't worry, thanks to your exorcism, my right arm has been quiet for a while. Still, there's no telling what could set it off. If I'm forced to do battle again, let's just pray that the organization assassins don't find me. I mean, we gotta go with that one. There we go. I was at a university all morning. As I returned to Akiba, the heat is now becoming unbearable. I grab an iced coffee at the bakery inside Yodobashi to quench my thirst. Let me know in the comments below, coffee or tea. I think I would always go for, I think probably 9 out of 10 times an iced tea, and then every once in a while, coffee. Also, not just because it's a trend, right now, but matcha is pretty good, and that's a good go-to. While I'm getting out, I guess I'll check at channel on my phone. I mostly frequent the occult board, the future technology board, and sometimes the physics board. This has to be like a predecessor to 4chan. I search for the threads on the mass disappearance phenomenon or Makise Kurisu stabbing, but turns up nothing. So were those hallucinations after all? When I peek at the occult board, I find posts in multiple threads from someone claiming to be John Teeter. Wait, John Teeter is back? The John? John Teeter appeared on the American BBS 10 years ago claiming to be a time traveler. He claimed to have traveled from the year 2036 in order to obtain an old computer, the IBM 5100. His claim started quite a storm among the BBS denizens. Okay, the world, the power to stop time, one of the supernatural abilities called Steins that appear in the popular manga Juju's Bizarre Adventure. Those with the ability to use stands are called stand users, true? Also, I guess you can't see it probably at this angle, but we go to one of my latest live streams, you could see I got a Jotaro poster. Okay, this is the Onusa, a wand that is carried by Shinto priest, adorned with shide paper. It is used in blessing rituals to ward off evil spirits. And then something this cute can't be a girl. It is an unwritten rule to use this phrase whenever you see someone who looks like a cute girl but is either the unspecified gender or an actual boy. This expression is also used sarcastically with boyish looking girls. And then the IBM, an American computer company, not only do they develop and sell hardware and software, they also offer services and consultations to enterprises. However, in recent years, they have made the latter their main focus. The inventory of floppy disks and hard drive. Man, I just have a stuffy nose. I apologize, everyone. It was like about 96 degrees today, and like the air quality was super low. I don't know if I'll keep blowing my nose in, but you know. So if I sound like I have a cold, I don't. It's just outside. Teeter also made several accurate, if fragmentary, predictions of future events. The start of the Iraq War, and the spread of Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, for example. That's kind of crazy. Another name for bovine spongiform encephalopathy, bovine flu, mad cow disease, but only in the case of human infection. Early symptoms include memory loss, probably what I'm experiencing right now, abnormal movements, personality change, dementia, and muscle stiffness. In severe cases, the patient may waste away for 1 to 2 years before dying of respiratory paralysis or other complications. That sounds horrible. Still 916, baby. To prove he was from the future, he explained the principles behind his time machine and provided pictures of its operational manual. But after about 4 months, he disappeared without ever revealing his identity. At one point, his predictions gained popularity even in Japan. Yes, he certainly did get some things right. But on the other hand, he missed several others. Some of his posts contradicted each other too. That's why to this day, most people doubt his authenticity as a time traveler. I mean, I don't think it would be that hard to predict a war. So that might be out the window, but to predict a flu outbreak, that might be a little bit more. So after 10 years of silence, the same John Titor is now on Japanese BBS. Trolling. Ridiculous. It's obviously a troll. First of all, John Titor is American, yet now he's posting at channel in Japanese. Let's take a look at his posts. Ooh. Okay, name John Titor. On today. I don't expect you to believe that I came from the year 2036. I see that everyone would like to know more about my time machine. Time travel technology was developed by CERN. That's interesting. They completed the first time machine in 2034. Okay, name anonymous. Time traveler lol. John Titor lol. Okay, more spelling error, more details on time machine. Oh, do they sell time machines? Okay, CERN has a monopoly on time machines. Not even the most powerful nations on Earth can acquire one. To say nothing of private citizens, CERN uses their time machine for power. By 2036, the world has become a dystopia. There is no war, no conflict. However, this is a false peace founded on the complete eradication of liberty. What does LOL mean? Why did you come to this time? Was the Akiba satellite crash your doing? Wait guys, Titor-san doesn't understand. Let's keep it simple, okay? Get a trip code. If you know what I mean. I came here to change my present. In other words, your future. My mission is to destroy CERN's dystopia and restore freedom to the world. This is a wonderful time you're living in. Everyone is free, but you will lose it all in just 20 short years. It is vitally important that you understand what the future has in store. What is a trip code? I might get one if you tell me what it is. You said only CERN has time machines? You have a time machine. That must mean you're working for CERN. Therefore, your goal can't be to destroy CERN's dystopia. You're a fraud. That is true. What's a dystopia? How can CERN take over the world in just 20 years? Look at the Middle East. You've been reading too much manga if you think you can get those guys to stop killing each other. Who asked you to change the future? You're trying to play God? If they're promising world peace, then I for one welcome our new CERN overlords. Well, is that just not the truth of today's time, huh? My time machine is a prototype reverse engineered from stolen CERN technology. Compared to their time machine, its capabilities are quite limited. In 2036, the world is ruled by a single all-powerful governing body. They administer every aspect of our lives, deciding what we will eat, what we will live, and whom we will marry. There is no privacy and no choice. Anybody who dares oppose them is eliminated. There are no trials. In movies and stuff, small changes to the past cause huge changes to the future. You've already changed the present by coming here. What happens if you make unexpected changes to the future? Implying CERN rules the world. Do you even know what CERN is, lol? OP is a troll. Original poster. So if we find his dad and kill him, then this time traveler, Lamau, will never be born and we will have to listen to this. I want to know if you can meet your past self. Can you have... Okay, we're not reading that part. Okay. You're talking about the so-called grandfather paradox. That has been debunked. This world line has divergence of, okay, 0.571024% compared to the world line I came from. Killing my father would alter divergence, creating a world line where my father is dead. However, it would not erase this world line. I would go on existing. Okay, so he's claiming it's parallel universes. CERN is a particle physics research institution that hasn't changed in 2036. It is possible to meet your past self. The prevailing theory in my time is that nothing would happen. I, however, haven't met my past self. If you're really a time traveler, then prove it. Post time machine pics or get out. The many worlds interpretation. Well, slow down, bro. Okay, research institution taking over the world. Lol, what? I do not feel the need to prove that I am what I say I am. I'm only posting these messages on a whim. My mission comes first. What are world lines? Can you meet yourself from another world line? What happens if you do? Late reply, a trip code is a way to identify posters. Okay. Lol, backpedaling. World lines are like infinite number of rivers flowing in parallel. Along the way, they are constantly branching out into new world lines. This is called divergence. For example, whether or not you post on this message board has practically no effect on the world's line divergence. But if you were murdered, let's say, then divergence would change. However, it would only change about, okay, 2%, if that. A single human being's death is not terribly significant on a global scale. War, disasters, acts of terrorism, and other events that cause widespread death and destruction have a much greater effect on divergence. Thanks for telling me about trip codes. I'll make sure to use this from now on. I'm starting to get tired, so let's pick up again tomorrow. It's been fun talking to everybody. Interesting. Looks like they've already made an archive of these threads. Of course, there has been sites dedicated to John Teeter for years now. This post closely resembles what the original Teeter wrote 10 years ago. I've read one of the books on Teeter, that's how I know. This new John Teeter is clearly an imposter. There are many Teeter fanatics on @channel. He's not exactly a household name in Japan, but I doubt anyone would fall for this level of trolling. But what if? As I continue to read, however, I find the response to be the opposite of what I expected. Everyone is accepting this time traveler as if this were his first appearance. Nobody has even mentioned his appearance 10 years ago. Finding this strange, I try posting a retort, but everyone ignores me. What the hell? What the helly? You can figure this out if you do a little research, people. That is true. There's the original John Teeter thread archived in English and plenty of Teeter blogs in Japanese. I entered John Teeter's name into a search engine. He never existed. 12 matches. That's odd. Wait, only 12? Moreover, all 12 are about the current Teeters posting on @channel. We're in a different time divergence line. I can't find a single trace of Teeter's of the Teeter from 10 years ago. Bizarre, this just can't be. I searched for information on Teeter a few years ago. Back then I got tens of thousands of hits. Is this search engine filtered? Interesting. I tried searching on another site just to make sure, but it gives the same results. What is this madness? It feels like I've stumbled onto another plane of reality. Could this be another organization conspiracy? But we've only traveled, as far as I know, into the future a week, and definitely not 10 years into the past a week later, so that's kind of interesting already. These past 2 days, I've been surrounded by nothing but chaos and confusion. I'll call Daru. He'll know about Teeter for sure. After all, I've talked to him about Teeter before. I only vaguely remember the details of that conversation, but I'm positive the conversation happened. By the time I dig my phone out of my bag, I no longer feel like making the call. Instead, I send him an email on the way back to the lab. He replies with his location. By McQueen. He means May Queen plus Nian, a maid cafe. Let's go, Daru. But he's a cheater. He's cheating on his 2D waifus. Daru's regular there. Apparently 3D cat maids are his thing too. I mean, May Queen plus Nian squared is only a 3-minute walk from the lab. Coming from Kuramabashi Dori, take a left at Suma Kosaka Crossing and you'll find it. That's where I'm headed now. It's usually busy in Akiba during summer break, but now it's even busier because of the Raidecon incident. The area was blocked off yesterday, but it doesn't look like they could keep the main road closed for 2 days straight. I haven't seen a single police officer today. But the Raidecon building still seems off limits. The entrance shutters are closed shut and sealed with yellow police tape.
謎の人工衛星墜落から一夜明けた秋葉原です。警察による規制は解除され、駅前にはものすごい数の人が集まっています。
Well, I mean, because how often does a satellite fall from the sky, right?
墜落した人工衛星がどこの国のものなのかについては現在も調査中とのことで、詳しいことがわかるまで撤去ができない状態です。警察の発表によりますと、爆発などの危険は今のところないということですが、秋葉原を訪れた買い物客や地元商店街の関係者からは不安の声が上がっています。
I mean, don't they say that spaceships contain tons of radiation, so wouldn't satellites be the same? Wouldn't it be a worry to the population? The media has dozens of cameras set up outside of the police line, and there are nearly twice as many onlookers as reporters, enough to fill the entire street with people. Everyone's aiming their phone cameras at the satellite-like object. I guess if I were in the situation Rintaro is, or Hoen-sama, I'd be trying to get to this, the original guy giving the lecture about the time machine and talking to him more about it. If I'm experiencing weird time phenomenon, going to a conference about a time machine, I might as well at least try to talk to him. So many people. Living in Akiba, you get used to crowds and big events, but a gathering of this size is unusual. I wonder when they'll get rid of that thing. I hope it doesn't explode or something. They've been letting people back into the area, so I guess there's no danger. Still considering its unknown origin, I'm surprised there isn't more security. Today, like always, otaku are shopping for doujinshis, imported games, electronics, or whatever strikes their fancy. Aside from the scene at Radican, it's the same as any other day. But I still don't understand what I saw yesterday. I've half accepted that the mass disappearance was just my imagination. Maybe I've become unable to distinguish reality from fantasy, like the media likes to say about teenagers these days. With that thought in mind, I return my gaze to the street, back to the Maid Cafe, baby. Oh. And there in front of me stands a woman holding her phone in front of her face. You TikTok before TikTok. Oh. She took a picture of me. Her phone was clearly pointed at me, the organization. I tried to cover my face, but not quickly enough. Oh no, she's hot. I turned around just to make sure that she wasn't pointing it at someone behind me, but that doesn't seem to be the case. She's still staring at her phone. Without even glancing at me, she turns around and points her phone at some other pedestrian. Maybe she's just taking photos of everyone at the scene and not just me. But who does that? But still, I need to have a word with her. The organization is after me, so I can't risk the photo getting out.
Wait!
Yo, American, yo. She doesn't turn around. Is she so engrossed in her photography that she doesn't even notice me? Or did she not catch my magnificent native level English? Oh, Japanese. She turns back, finally noticing me. And of course her phone turns with her. I guess she doesn't say anything. She completely ignores my objection. And then she goes back to looking at her phone. He's so funny. He's like, I cannot expose myself. Meanwhile, having a public freak out. Don't take pictures of me. Are you part of the organization? It's rough being a mad scientist. If she is, then I may have to take suitable measures. Man, not talking a lot. She's a mute.
違うとしても問題がありますよ。俺の写真を持っていると機関に知られれば、あなたにも奴らの魔の手が伸びるかもしれない。
You don't want to end up like Sarah.
とにかく今撮った俺の写真を即刻削除してほしい。
This is intense dialogue. Is she even listening? She's got AirPods in. Oh. Wow, she finally speaks. Just a whisper, but it's something. Lady who apologized out of nowhere. She lowers her head slightly in a bow. Or at least I think it's a bow. She's been looking down all this time, so I can't really tell.
謝るより先に写真を削除してほしいわけだが。
風景撮ってた。
Her fingers dance across her phone, keys with impressive speed, exactly the opposite of her annoyingly slow speech pattern.
風景を撮っていた？観光客？
Or she's just a photographer. Or is she one of those people who came to see the satellite? In that case, why did she take a picture of me? She shakes her head without looking at me.
証明。自分が今日どこを歩いたか。
I mean, she's getting a 360 picture. I mean, because before video was a lot harder, right?
変なやつだな。
She's perfect for me. A mad scientist.
萌か。
Kiryu.
名前。
Kiryu Coco. I guess she's introducing herself. That's nice, but I just want her to delete that photo.
聞きたいことがある。いい？
それより写真を。
都市伝説秋葉原の知らない？
An urban legend? I am a mad scientist. I do not believe in such foolish things. What is she talking about? Don't tell me there's a brilliant but insane mad scientist said to be lurking in Akihabara? And now that brilliant but insane mad scientist is the target of every assassin in the underworld?
俺はこの町に長く居すぎたのかもしれん。だがそろそろ潮時か。
I mean, the landlord was planning on raising the rent, so it might be time to get out. Akihabara, you weren't such a bad town. I'm glad that
幻のレトロ PC
the Phantom Retro PC.
レトロピ
What kind of urban legend is that? She replies with a nod or something like a nod.
秋葉原のどこかにあるらしくて、それが
そうか。
Nothing about a mad scientist. I'm relieved but also disappointed. At any rate, this is the first I've ever heard about a Phantom Retro PC.
幻のレトロ PC というとキュッパチあたりか？
Like a Windows 98? That's the first model that comes to mind. But are 98s really that hard to find? She shakes her head slightly, or something like a shake.
いいえ、これ
She turns her phone towards me, and then it's like my microwave with a phone taped on it. The screen shows an oddly shaped computer. It's hard to tell. You know what? That very well could be. It's hard to tell since the picture's monochrome, but it looks like some kind of PC. It looks kind of familiar.
IBN 5100
John Titor. An IBM 5100.
ジョン・タイターが手に入れようとした PC か。
Her fingers twitch, I think. Oh, she's the John Teeter. She's doing it. She's a fangirl.
見たことは
She's a crazy obsessed fan.
ない。名前を知ってるぐらいだ。
Or she's like Fate, and this is the world's version of John Teeter. It's an alias. Coincidence? No.
これもシュタインズゲートの選択かもしれん。
The choice of Steins Gate.
詳しい人知らない？
Mr. Braun.
ダルンならば詳しく知っているかもな。そいつは俺のマイフェイバリットライトアームであるスーパーハッカーでな。MI6 の中枢にすらハッキングできる実力の持ち主なのだ。
The M16 part is a slight exaggeration if that ever did happen. Men in Black would break down our door and take us away, like in Transformers. But the super hacker part is true. The depth of his computer knowledge is uncanny. Speaking of Daru, I'm supposed to meet him at McQueen Nian Squared. I don't have time to stay in a chat with some crazy lady I don't know. True.
では俺は行く。女よ。メディアスクラムもほどほどにな。
Media scrum? I have not heard that term. During news stories with high public interest, reporters sometimes latch onto persons of interest, bombarding them with questions, prying into their lives, and even camping outside their houses. These activities are a serious invasion of privacy and can inflict mental and emotional stress on the subject. M16 in the United Kingdom, the government organization responsible for foreign intelligence operations, M16 or MI6. Okay, MI for Military Intelligence Section 6. However, its formal name is the Secret Intelligence or SIS. 98 is Windows 98. Doujinshis, fan-created amateur manga, which are often but not always adult in nature. They're sold at special doujinshi events, the biggest of which is the twice annual Comic Giga Market known by fans as Komima. A maid cafe, okay, where girls wear maids, a dystopia, opposite of utopia. CERN is actually real, which is kind of funny. A French acronym for Société Européenne pour la Recherche Nucléaire, or European Society for Nuclear Research, The world's largest elementary particles physics laboratory located on the France-Swiss border near Geneva. It has a bank, a library, a post office, and a dormitory on the premises. Scientists from all around the world gather at CERN to research particle physics, and the number of people working there is in the thousands. And then trolling is trolling. I try to make a smooth exit, one liner and everything, but she grabs my sleeve before I can disappear in the crowd.
何をする？
メルアド教えて。
Let's go!
何が狙いだ？
スーパーハッカーの
I guess she wants to hear Daru's story. It's my fault for mentioning him. Well, I'm meeting up with Daru, so why don't I just take her along? No, wait a second. This could be a devious trap. Maybe she's really a spy sent to kidnap Daru. He is my right-hand man after all. I'm defenseless without him. My only other ally is Mayuri, whose skills amount to costume design.
断る。今ダルを失うわけにはいかん。
See ya, lady. I slip past her and start walking faster. She's following me. Glance back. She's following me. I pick up the pace, but she's still chasing me.
俺の後ろを歩くな。
Undeterred, she shows me her phone again. On the screen is the picture of me that she took. She's blackmailing me.
ゲー、まだ削除していなかったのか。
Yeah.
くれたら削除する。
この俺を脅すとは。貴様、何者だ。
I attempt to glare at her. I attempt to glare at her into submission, but her eyes are already lowered. My glare is ineffective.
私は
She hesitates for a second.
アークリライトのバイト。
Arc rewrite.
なんだそれは。
ヘンプロ秋葉原にある。
One of those companies that writes articles for magazines? Is this gloomy lady really fit for that kind of work?
貴様、俺の写真を無断で記事にするつもりだな。
The mad scientist of Akiba unveiled. I can see the headlines now. That's all the organization will need to turn Akiba into a sea of blood. No, I must avoid that gruesome outcome at all costs. I have no choice.
交換条件に乗ろう。
I'm still torn to know if the organization is real or not. On one hand, it would be really funny if it was all fake, but I'm assuming that he is a genius of some sort. I mean, he can at least make a microwave that potentially freezes and bubbles bananas and turns them into jelly. So he has some science chops. I just, this organization eludes me. And then whatever, I guess the Steins gate is what we made on the way, you know, along the way. At any rate, as long as she has that photo, I have no way of knowing how it might be used. I pull up my email address and show it to her. Looking back and forth from my phone to hers, she enters my info with terrifying speed.
そうか。この女、能力者か。
A mind reader. For psychic powers, I dub her power, Shining Finger. Her magical thumb types cursed emails at 255 characters per minute. That would be crazy. Whoever receives one dies. She's done typing my address. It took all of 5 seconds.
名前は
Hoin-sama.
マッドサイエンティストだ。
どう書くの？
I literally like
法王に陰、そして凶悪なる真実。
I literally like aerated my name. It should be easy to spell.
は？
フェニックスの法王に 陰、そして凶悪なる真実だ。
That's my name. I repeat my perfect explanation. This is the origin of my true name. Explaining the in part of Hoian would take too long, so I left it out. She enters my name with her head tilted to the side.
こう。
なんだこれは、ふざけるな。
Oh, and your mom. That's funny. She lowers her head a little more, an apologetic bow, I guess.
ならば携帯を貸せ。俺が入力してやる。
Oh. She shakes her head, clutching her phone with both hands as if to protect it from me. Like a spoiled child who can't let go of a toy, she shields it from me with all her might. What does she think I'm going to do? Her reaction is a little depressing. Anyway, she's obviously not going to hand over her phone, so I ask her for her address instead. I'll send her a blank mail. She told me her name a few minutes ago, but I forgot it already, so I enter her a shining finger. What am I doing standing here in the middle of the street? Let's hurry up and send her a blank email. I don't need to type anything. It's just to give her my name. I already put her in my contacts. Just send a blank email to Shining Finger. Shining Finger. She frowns while looking at her own phone. And then she glances my way. I can feel those eyes clearly saying, hurry up. But I'm hesitant. I'm not sure if it's a good idea to give her my true name. But regardless of how long I hesitate, I don't think she'll let me go until I send her the email. She sure is persistent. Looks like I have no choice but to send the email. We exchange a few words and then I get away from her as fast as I can. I didn't make sure she deleted the picture though.
お帰りなさいませ、ご主人様。
Maybe I'll play Nico Para next. I open the door to the McQueen plus Nian squared maid cafe and two familiar cat-eared girls greet me with smiles.
あ、おかりんだ。
Are you cat girl left or cat girl right? One of them is Mayuri. But here she's called Miyushi Nyan Nyan. Since she works here, I stop by about twice a month. I guess that would make me a regular customer. Actually, I've never been to another maid cafe.
おかりん、おかえりなさいませ。
After bowing again, Mayuri gasped as she thought of something.
ねえねえ、おかりん、まゆしは今気づいたんだけどね。おかりんとおかえりって似てるね。
Whatever. Get back to work.
今日もよく来たにゃん。ゆっくりしていってね。
The other maid who came to greet me, Ferris Nyan Nyan, her professional name of course, hits me with the trademark combo attack of cute cat-like gestures. She's McQueen Nyan's most popular maid. Even though she and Miori are about the same age, she looks and acts a bit younger.
ダルニャンも来てるにゃん。待ちぼうけしてるにゃん。
At the ultimate meeting spot. Daru frequents this cafe because he's got a crush on Ferris. He often reads her public blog while muttering, "Ferris, you're so cute." Ferris to himself, he's got it real bad. I keep telling him to choose between either 2D or 3D, but he doesn't listen. I also have trouble dealing with this cat girl. She's always finds a way to best me.
今日も期間打倒のための極秘会議かにゃ。
ああ、そんなところだ。
She saw right through us, guys.
フェイリスも混ぜてほしいにゃ。
やめておけ。猫耳メイドが太刀打ちできるほど期間は甘くない。
そんなことないにゃ。フェイリスにはあの非奥義があるのにゃ。きっとお役に立てるにゃ。
Oh, and what would that be? Moi Moi Kyun?
何？あの非奥義、ついに得得したのか。
そうにゃ。ギアナ高地での修行に耐え抜き、師匠の死も乗り越えて、フェイリスはついに手に入れたのにゃ。
What could it be? What mentor? Paris knows my true name, Hohoin Kyuma. I've also told her all about the organization, and now she's more into it than I am. She's always the one to bring up the subject whenever we meet. By the way, this is the first time I've heard of this secret technique, or whatever it is.
だから今日約束通りフェイリスも精霊会議に参加させてほしいにゃ。
She's not letting it go. It'll take 30 minutes if I play along with her.
お前サンクチュアリに行くというのか。ダメだ。いくら非奥義を得得したとはいえ、あの場所はお前にはまだ早すぎる。
What an interesting guy he is to walk around and have relationships with these people like this.
そんな約束したにゃ。にゃのに今日が裏切るっていうのかにゃ。それにあの場所にはフェイリスのお兄ちゃんが。
Since when do you have a brother? And what the hell's this spirits conference anyway? Paris looks at me with actual tears in her eyes. I falter even though I know it's just one of her cutesy acts. Whenever I talk with her, I run out of comebacks, which is really unusual for me. And then she takes the initiative, leaving me with nothing to do but listen to her spout delusions. I mean, come on, you can only take it so far. There's a very clear difference between her stories and mine. As anyone can see, I speak nothing but the truth, while Ferris has only delusions and a made-up backstory. You know what? That's kind of a power in its own, actually. I always have to play along. That's why I feel like I can never best her.
なんかわからないけど、マユシーもサンクチュアリっていうところに行きたいな。
Great, now look who's joined in. Get back to work. It's just going to get worse from here. I have to end this conversation now.
来なくていい。この話はもう終わりだ。
Oh, I got mail. From Luca. I asked Mayuri-chan about what it is you're fighting against, but she just left and didn't answer. What should I do? I want to help you. You don't need to know, not yet. Eventually, if Steins Gate so chooses, you will learn the truth whether you're ready or not.
Felis とは誰だ?
Don't know her.
フェリスちゃんはフェリスちゃんだよ。ねえ。
Never heard of her. Mayuri and Ferris look at each other and smile. Is she talking about this Ferris? Is that her real name? Have I been mistaken all this time? That's a disturbing thought.
あのね、マユシーは言いにくいから、フェリスちゃんって短くしてるんだ。
Oh, Ferris and Ferris, I see.
なんだ、そういうことか。
なんだか女学院みたいで、それも悪くないにゃ。
Okay then, moving on.
いいからさっさと案内してくれ。俺はいつまでここに立っていればいいんだ。
True.
ごめんなさいにゃ。ご主人様、ご案内にゃ。マユシ、ご案内よろしくにゃんにゃ。任せてにゃんにゃ。
If you hadn't noticed, the cat-eared maids here at McQueen plus Nian squared are required to add cat sounds, niaz or nians, to their words with some frequency. Mayuri takes my hand and leads me inside. Apparently, Miyushi Nyan Nyan is the only one who leads customers by the hand like this. It probably comes naturally to her. She doesn't even realize the effect it has on her customers, and that's why she's second to Ferris in popularity at this maid cafe. She guides me to Daru's table, and he's sitting there like this. The tables are about 60% full. Among Akiba's maid cafes, McQueen plus Nian squared popularity is solid, but not booming. Considering what Ferris and the others are wearing, it's more like a cosplay cafe than a maid cafe. Furthermore, the cat ears in Yan Yan dialect make it less accessible to low-level otaku and first-timers. On the other hand, those same cat ears are a topic of heated debate among die-hard Maid Cafe fans. Maids don't have cat ears. Cat ears plus maid 2 times moe. I'm team cat maid. These two viewpoints clash. This place is one of the older maid cafes in Akihabara, but it doesn't get much media exposure. Maybe that's what makes it more comfortable than most. At least that's what Daru says. He talks about this stuff so much that it's been burned into my synopsis.
ダルくん、オカリンが来たにゃ。
遅すぎでしょマジで。
He doesn't mind. Daru sits in front of me but doesn't look my way. He looks upset for some reason.
それで今フェイリスタンと何を話していたか詳しく。
聞きたいのか？どうせ誰には理解できない話だと思うが。
Ooh. Hell, even I didn't get most of it.
ああ、そっち系の話か。フェイリスタンとオカリンの会話は普通のオタじゃついていけない領域に達してるよな。オーラみたいなものが出てるっつうの。二人だけの固有結界張り上がって許さない、絶対にだ。
Rana's girl, it seems. A type of maid trapped in which the user overwrites the world with a pocket dimension based on his or her emotional experience, often used in ordinary conversation to speak of. Couples flirting in public, immersed in their own world, not caring about the pain they are inflicting on others. And then Esper is a general term for humans who possess supernatural powers.
フェリスちゃんもオカリンのこと気に入ってるみたいだにゃ。お店の子、お店に来るご主人様たちみんな含めてフェリスちゃんのお話についていけるのはね、オカリンだけだもんにゃ。
Poor Daru. I'm not even close to keeping up with her.
そんなオカリンに嫉妬。なんという勝ち組。
嘘で塗り固めた女になど興味はない。
今日のお前が言うなすればここですか。
黙れ浮気野郎めが。二次元の嫁が泣いているぞ。
True, 2D.
ぐはー、痛いところ疲れたっす。
Daru theatrically grabs his chest and falls onto the table. I sip from one of the glasses of water that Mayuri brought to our table.
んで、ご主人様、ご注文はお決まりですかにゃ？
Ooh, do we actually get to choose? Or is it just gonna be automatic?
オムライス。それとホットコーヒー。ブラックで。
Ooh.
かしこまりましにゃんにゃん。
After taking my order, Mayuri finds her way toward the counter as if swimming between the rows of tables. I hope she doesn't trip.
で、僕になんか用事だった？
Daru asked without getting up from the table. That's right. In my confrontation with Shining Finger and Cat Girl, I almost forgot my original objective.
あと1時間ぐらいしたらラボに行くつもりだったんだけど。
内密で緊急な話があるのだ。
I lean on the table and scan the area without moving my head.
ジョン・タイターは知っているよな。
John Theater.
ジョン・タイター？誰？
アメリカに10年ほど前に現れた自称未来人だ。お前とは以前こいつの話題をしたはずだぞ。
またオカリンのいつもの設定？
Oh.
設定とか言うな。俺が話すことは全て真実だ。
ああ、めんどくせえ。じゃあ付き合ってやるけどさ。
How cruel.
そのタイターってやつが未来人だっていうソースは？
待て、なんでそんな初耳のような言い方をする？
事実初耳だから。
忘れたわけではなく？
So we must have slipped into a different time where maybe maybe the idea of time travel itself never exists and we're the only ones who think it's possible for time travel, and the world just accepts and rejects all theories of time travel. I'm not sure. It's hard to comprehend.
自信はないけど。
日本でもそいつに関する本が出ているよ。
その本を見せてくれたら思い出せるかも。
True.
本当に何も知らないのか。
人の記憶力なんて結構曖昧なもんしょ。デジタルと違ってさ。
This is wrong. I remember talking to Daru about John Teeter back in high school. It was only idle talk, so it's possible that Daru forgot about it. Daru is quite the internet addict, but the internet lets you choose what information you want to see. There's no guarantee Daru looked up info on John Teeter. If he had, I doubt he would have forgotten so completely. Is it my memories that are mistaken or everyone else's?
だったら IBN5100 については。
へえ、オカリンがそんな PC を知ってるなんてね。やるじゃん。
Okay, so he knows about that.
IBN が1975年に発売したモデルっしょ。
1975? Right, that's what John Teeter said on the at channel. He traveled to 1975 first, obtained an IBN 5100, then leaped to 1998.
どんな PC なんだ。
値段高すぎの PC だな。
Like the size of your room kind?
どんな PC なんだ。
黎明期だったからすげえ高くて、個人には手が出せなかったらしい。IBN の独自技術が詰まった、その当時にしては結構優秀な PC だったんだけどね。
But yet, we can't get back to the moon because they don't have the technology, even though ours is vastly superior now.
IBN は6年後の1981年に IBN-PC っていう大ヒットシリーズを発売してて、そっちの方が有名なわけ。つうか僕も IBN5100 の知識はネットのウィキを見たことがあるぐらいだぞ。
Everyone, I'm not looking up what a wiki is right now. Everyone knows what that is.
おうおう、あるある。1ヶ月前ぐらいにネットで話題になったな。で、その噂を聞きつけたアットちゃんの有志が秋葉中のショップを探して回ったんだよ。フレパラのフレンドにゲジネって人がいるんだけど、その人が中心になってね。
Okay, FreePar is a social network service. So it's like Facebook or something.
あの疾風陣雷のナイトハルトまで出張ってきたらしいけど、結局見つからなかったんだって。
じゃあ都市伝説はデマだったということか。
さあ知らねえ。秋葉にはアンダーグラウンドなショップがたくさんあるし、案外どっかの怪しいショップにひょっこり転がっててもおかしくないんじゃね？
Well, how cool would that be though in real life? A mysterious computer that's stupidly expensive, super advanced.
なるほど。
My phone suddenly starts vibrating. It stops after about 3 seconds. Shining finger. Okabe-san, I mailed you as soon as I could. My name is Kiryu Mokia. I'm a 20-year-old freelance editor. I believe I mentioned I work part-time at Arc Rewrite. Sorry for taking your picture. It wasn't on purpose. Whoops. I needed some shots and... Oh, it's going by too fast. I think that's kind of the point though, isn't it? Oh my goodness. Terribly sorry. Okay. Sorry for taking... Okay, blah, blah, blah. And just... Sorry for taking your picture. It wasn't on purpose. I needed some shots of Akihabara for work. You just happened to be in one. Actually, to tell you the truth, I was hoping to sneak some shots of the satellite. Lamau. By the way, the picture I took was just a test, not the final shot. That's why I was using my phone. Even if you hadn't begged me to delete it, I wouldn't have posted it. So don't worry. Anyway, I should get to the point. I'm really sorry for asking like this, Okabe-kun, but it would be super great if you could ask your friend, the super hacker, about the IBM 5100. I don't really know anything about computers, especially old computers. All I have to go on is this picture I showed you. I'll attach the image. Be absolutely positive, sure to reply, okay? I'll be waiting, and if you could, I'd be super happy if you gave me your super hacker friend's email address. I'll mail you again. It's okay to mail you again, right? Of course it is. Bye. How sweet. Okay, and there's the computer. Oh, come on. What's with this mail? Disregarding the weird timing. Is this really the gloomy, unsociable woman I met in front of Radicon? She's like a completely different person in this email. Does she have split personality or something? Well, I got some info about the IBN 5100, so I guess I should give her a reply. But if I send an immediate reply to a woman I just met, will it come up as clingy and desperate? I hoyoin Kyuima will not be taken lightly. This is my chance to make her understand which one of us is the superior human being. And above all, I have yet to ascertain if she can be trusted. She might start harassing me if I reply the wrong way. And besides, she hasn't proven that she's not working for the organization. Nonetheless, it couldn't hurt to tell her what I learned from Daru. To discourage her, of course, mwahaha. Let's ignore it. This is out of kindness.
待たせたな、ダル。それで、一つだけ確認したいんだが。
I scanned the area with my eyes once more, then I leaned in close.
IBN 5100は世界滅亡の引き金になるアイテムなんだな。
Ooh.
なんでだよ。引き金にはならないし、世界滅亡もしないっつうの。
Huh?
にゃに世界滅亡しちゃうのかにゃ
My arch nemesis. Ferris brings my omelet rice. She's doing her cat-like gestures while keeping her tray balanced on one hand. True feline agility. Despite her nyan nonsense, Ferris is the consummate professional.
ご主人様、お待たせしましたにゃんにゃ。オムライスにゃん。
She's got to make it special though, right? The cat girl puts the omelet rice on the table and then takes out a bottle of ketchup from her apron pocket. She uses it to write "The world is doomed" in red letters upon the omelet's blank yellow canvas. That's a real omelet.
どうぞ召し上がれ。
うお、世界がやばい、きた。フェイリスタンの丸文字の可愛さに僕もやばい。
What did yours say? It appears the cuteness has shattered Daru's insanity. Or sanity. I give him a look that says calm down, but to no avail. I smooth out the ketchup with the bottom of my spoon, erasing the ketchup words. I'm gonna eat it either way.
ダルニャンダルニャン。フェイリス杯の件考えてくれたかにゃ
Ferris Cup.
ああ、もちろん。僕も参加します。
フェイリス杯なんだそれは。
I take a mouthful of omelet rice.
次の日曜日にこの店でライネットの大会をやるのにゃ。
Ferris starts dancing in place. I'd prefer she not jump around like that when people are eating nearby.
フェイリスはその幹事であり実行委員長、つまり言い出しっぺなのにゃ。
I guess that's why she's number one.
参加するにゃ。参加費はドリンク込みで1000円。フェイリスに勝てた人には商品として手作り料理を振る舞うにゃ。
Oh, we'll be turn one.
無理無理。オカリンはライネットには詳しくないんだ。
にゃー、面白いのに。
いいんだ、俺は。
I stop shoveling the omelet rice into my mouth, then I deliver a melancholy sigh.
ライネットアクセスバトラーズか。その名を聞くたびチャンピオンだったあいつのことを思い出す。あれからもう2年になるのか。いや、なんでもない。
It's like Smash Brothers or something? I'm not. It's funny.
にゃにゃ、すっごーく思わせぶりな態度だったのにゃ。あいつって誰にゃ。
多分存在しないんじゃね。ライネットって公式大会が始まったのは1年前ぐらいだし。
Little do they know.
今日もあの人のことまだ忘れられないのかにゃ。確かにあの頃あの人フェイリスのお兄ちゃんとキョマは
Of course.
フェイリスも嫉妬しちゃうぐらいだったにゃ。
Darn it, she took my story and ran with it again. I never ever said anything about him being her brother. Hell, I don't even know if Ferris has siblings. I shouldn't have talked about stuff like this in front of Ferris.
でもいい加減思い出にばかりすがるのはやめるにゃ。
Her shout resounds throughout the store. Her finger snaps at me.
フェイリスは辛くても辛いからこそお兄ちゃんの意志を継いでライネッターになったんだにゃ。
But didn't she just say that she was like waiting to meet him in a shrine or something?
覚えてるかにゃ。お兄ちゃんがいつも言ってた言葉。いつかライネットで世界に平和をもたらそうって。
フェイリス、コーヒー持ってきて。
Go back to work. I present my empty plate to Ferris. I always eat quickly. It's a habit I picked up naturally during my years on the run from the organization. Screw the slow food trend. I agree. Food that takes time to cook and eat as opposed to fast food or instant food.
かしこまりましたにゃ。少々お待ちください。
Ferris takes out the dish and heads back to the counter. Boom! If I let things go in as they were, I would have had play along with their delusions for another 10 minutes.
フェイリスタンは知る人ぞ知る実力派ライネッターなんだぜ。
Daru explains with a wry smile.
非公式の野良試合では400戦無敗なのさ。
Wow.
ヒクソンかよ。
Daru ignores my perfect retort.
フェイリスタンが公式大会に出ないのが残念だよ。出れば優勝間違いなしなのに。
Okay, fanboy.
なんで出ないんだ？
この店のご主人様たちを第一に考えてるってことっしょ。店に迷惑をかけてまで大会には出ないってスタンス？メイドの鏡だろマジで。
Truly.
と同い年だから学校も行かなきゃいけないだろうし。
店に迷惑かけないと言っておきながら、フェイリス杯なるものを店で開くのか？
細けいことはいいんだよ。
It's for the people.
とりあえずフェイリスタンは可愛い。可愛いは正義。猫耳ロリメイドはけしからん。性的な意味で。それでいいだろう。
お前は結局2次元派なのか3次元派なのかどちらなのだ？
Okay, guys, comment down below. Do you bat for 2D or 3D?
あえて言おう。倍であると。
Man, this was so progressive in 2009.
いろいろとフリーダムだな、ダルは。
よく言われます。さあせん。
Daru usually doesn't show enthusiasm for anything. The exceptions are Moe and Ferris. I wish he were this passionate about our experiments. Oh, we got mail. I had to pull Daru away from Ferris so we could return to the lab. We arrived to find it hotter than a sauna in hell. Oh, Ferris. The final battle is close at hand, yeah. You're more perceptive than I thought, yeah. So now you understand what's at stake. The Red Southern Cross will soon hatch, yeah. Oh. The time has come for Ferris to journey to the sanctuary and prepare for... I can say no more, yeah. What are you talking about? Will you quit testing me with this mockery? I see, so the holders of the original sin, those who like me were born of Prototype 13, have begun to assemble an Akiba, guided by the star that we alone can see. The time is right. Oh, Fist of the North Star reference, nice. Impossible, you mean it's already awakening? It's 50 years earlier than I predicted. What does this mean? We gotta go with, Fist of the North Star, also getting a remake on Netflix, I believe. I mean, I wonder what these messages actually do, you know, if they actually mean anything. I quickly open the windows, letting a small breeze blow in. It won't be enough. I switch our fan to full power and place it on the table in front of me. I really wish we had an air conditioner. I turn on the computer. To Braun Tube. This is our PC for communal use among lab members. It still uses an old CRT monitor, so it looks ancient. But don't tell. Whoa. But don't let its looks deceive you. Our computer whiz, Daru, scrounged up some parts and made some mods to it. In any case, I don't spend much time on it. I mostly use it to update the Future Gadget Laboratories homepage, check my email, visit news sites, and browse at channel. I wonder if the new Teeter is still posting. Okay. Oh, we have... Of course we have her in the background. Okay, John Teeter. I see that everyone would like to know more about my time machine. I'm happy to explain. Just so you know, it's impossible to reproduce it with current technology. Certain critical components won't exist until certain events them in 2034. Oh. Go back. There we go. Can I do this? Ah, perfect. Okay. Time travel works by altering gravity. Basically, you can think of it as using the twin paradox, but that alone isn't enough to reverse time. Still here, Faker? You're annoying. Go away. So your power is gravity control? Not bad, but still not enough for top tier power levels. The twin paradox, is that like Hiroshima effect? That's just slowing time down, not reversing it. Who gives a darn about the time machine? Give me stock prices. True. It uses Tipler cylinders and curved black holes, doesn't it? Just like you said 10 years ago. And your time machine is 1970s Chevy. I know all of it. Shut up. The twin paradox and the Hiroshima effect are different things, duh. Time traveler lol, John Teeter lol. A Chevy's an American car, right? I'd rather go German with a BMW. Volkswagen, das Auto. Okay, by Tipler cylinders, are you referring to the Tipler machine? A Tipler cylinder would have to be 10 kilometers in diameter, 1,000 kilometers long, have mass equal to the sun, and revolve 2,500 times per second to become a time machine, lol. How do you fit that into a Chevy? Even if you could, a Tipler machine can't travel farther back in time than the moment of its creation. Enough of your delusions. At channel is not your blog. I want to hear from Teeter. This is a surprise. Does this mean people my age already know about my time machine? Did you really encounter me 10 years ago? If so, that must have been on another world line. I at least have not gone to the year 2000. In any case, the important point is that the rotating black hole has the same effect as a Tipler cylinder. You can learn more about the curved black holes by studying the Penrose diagram or Tipler's calculation. My time machine works by generating a pair of curved black holes. In Japanese, please. Teeter came 10 years ago. Source. What are black holes? Explaining. I'll pay 1,000 yen to ride your time machine. Source is Hosan's delusions, low real deal. Alright. Well. He didn't deny it. Lol, all aboard. Crazy train, prepare for a train wreck. Her black holes, time travel is theoretical possibility, but how do you get black holes to spin? Don't tell me you wait until one spinning naturally. That's ridiculous. How do you pass through the singularity? There's no way a Chevy can withstand the pressure. Why the short explanation, John? You stupid, wanna die? Still no stock prices. This isn't a delusion. I know for a fact that Teeter posted 10 years ago. There's even a book about it. Search the used bookstores if you don't believe me. His Chevy has a gravity distortion unit. That's what he said 10 years ago. Yes, it does have a gravitational distortion unit. My time machine is not perfect. It was built by a third party who reverse engineered CERN's design. The gravity distortion unit is a little unstable. First, the unit produces micro singularity that then ejects electrons to induce rapid rotation. This generates local gravity sine wave. As the time machine passes through the singularity, the gravity distortion unit regulates the pressure to ensure safe passage. Not a specialist, so I cannot explain the mechanics any further. Let me just say, the curved black holes can be manufactured. I assume everyone's aware of CERN's current experiments with black hole creation. Shut up. Unstable. Okay, Teeter's black holes are gonna swallow the Earth. He's not just a mass murderer. He's trying to wipe out the entire human race. Find his parents. It's not that you won't explain it. It's that you can't. How do you set the destination? The Earth is constantly moving, or did you not know that? By the way, I propose Teeter. The Teeter equals ho-ho in theory. Okay. Okay, I set the destination with the VGL system. That's variable gravity lock. It functions by reading the local gravity of the destination and locking the Tipler sine wave onto the location. By locking onto Earth's gravity, it ensures that I don't end up floating in space. It uses 4 cesium clocks to make the calculation, so the margin of error is negligible. Okay, Hoi needs to shut up, lol. I've never heard of any teeter from 10 years ago, so the universe is deep. The same information was in Teeter's book. All you've done is post a 10-year-old copy pasta. Anyone could do that. How do I know you're the real Teeter? John Tan Somoy, my wife, who I recognize different opinions. I'm feeling more and more disappointed. Still nothing concrete. Nice try. I guess I won't be fooled. Whoa, I shouldn't waste all day on the channel. We have more important things to deal with. Namely the phone wave. Name subject to change. We haven't experimented with it since yesterday. It's high time I figured out what's going on with that thing. Earlier I asked Darwood to connect the phone wave, name subject to change, to the computer. He finished setting it up yesterday and now he's about to do the quick wire work in the development room.
なあ、ダル。
Alright. With that being said, what a great place to end it for part 4 of Steins Gate. So if you enjoyed that and want to see more, let me know by liking, commenting, and subscribing, as it really helps out the channel. And I hope you guys had fun. I've been Boog the Goob. Thank you for watching. May God bless you and peace. Totally not just going to turn around and then record the last part for this week, but hey, like and subscribe.